SynthFest France 23. I'm here on the booth of Kodamo. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you.
You are Stéphane. You
Yes.
are one of the developer of the mask
Yes,
synthesizer.
I'm the designer and main engineer at Kodamo.
And you have also done the Essence FM.
Yes, our first product.
And now with the MASK1, you are going a completely different way, a different direction.
Yes, the SynthFM was more like a sound designer tool. The MASK1 is more designed like a musical instrument. So it's really focused on the play mode, the expressivity, and a new way of making sound, which is bitmask synthesis.
And what is Bitmask synthesis? Because it's not wavetable, it's not FM, not virtual analog.
No,
It's what kind of
bitmask it's inspired from computing. It's a technique which masks numbers from masks digits from numbers. It's applied to the sound, to oscillators. The result is that it makes loops and cycles in the waveforms. I can show you examples of the waveform. So for example, here you have the base waveform, which is a sine wave inside. Depending on the mask, you have, for example, here half sine, which is multiplied four times, then a silence. With different masks, you can have different waveforms. So here it's a classic analog sawtooth. It's a quarter sine wave. Here it's a square wave. So it's quite unique because the lower portions have little saws. So you can build many waveforms with a single value. The advantage of bitmask synthesis is that it creates a lot of diversity with just one parameter. So I can show you, for example, I can start from an init patch. It's a sine wave. You can go further. And all the waveforms are very rich in harmonics, which makes them well suited to the filter. So you can have a sound like this. Here the mask is modulated with the aftertouch. And maybe you notice I can slur the note here. I can have a chord and melody at the same time. If you play a close note, they will do a portamento. But here they can sound at the same time. So it allows for more expressivity with the keyboard. You also have a hybrid mono poly mode. So when you play staccato, you can have the notes to stack themselves. But if you play legato, it turns into a mono sound. I can show you another mode. Is the paraphonic mode. So you can start a filter. Filter, it's opening. But if I release all note and start again, the filter starts the sweep again.
And this bitmask synthesis is something for the first time in a synth, or is already in the past or in the history?
I think it's the first time. I asked many people, and nobody told me it's their synthesis. So I searched a bit. I didn't find any synths using the same method.
And I'd say the engine. So what do we get in this synthesizer? It has multiple oscillators. Is it multi-timbral? And
Yes, it has four parts multi-temporality. You can access two parts with the keyboard, with layer and split. You have a 10 voice polyphony, and each voice is made of two oscillators and one noise, which are stacked together with their own envelope, then a filter and two FX units. So it's a really classic synthesizer because it has a filter, it has a simple structure, but it has more diversity on the oscillator stage with the Bitmask.
but you have an envelope pair mask. So it is very
Yes.
reminiscent of FM synthesis with operators where you have also an envelope pair operator.
Yes, we added the envelope per operator because it allows for crossfading between the oscillators. For example, you can use the first one for the attack and the next one for the release or the sustain phase. It allows to make smooth transitions because modulating the mask is more steppy. So it allows this synth can do more steppy sound and also more smooth sounds with the filter.
And it's all digital, so it's
Yes.
not no hybrid, so it's all digital.
Fully digital. There are many analog-like emulations in the synth. For example, with you can try here. You can hear some fading because there are variation in the pitch to create a more organic sound. And many things in this synth is made imperfect and intentionally to make a more organic sound.
Okay, and I see you have two oscillators, noise, filter. The filter is more I say, a more classic one, or is not newly developed, or what?
It's
is
quite
inspired?
classic. It's a state variables filter. It has two poles. I can show you. So I modeled it after the analog synth. I tried by ear to improve it. It has a resonance and 4 mode. You can have notch mode. There are quite good sounds made with the notch mode. You can try the 60, number 60. So here it's the notch filter, which is a sweeping frequency. You have a 4 mode and the keyboard tracking for the filter.
But what I think most people will write in this video in the comments, why this interface? Because I think you decide to go on a unique interface. Maybe where are the knobs?
There are few knobs, but really good one.
You probably lost them in the production.
Yeah. In fact, it's a really simple engine. It has less than 60 parameters. I tried to make an engine that makes the biggest sound with the fewest parameters possible. So I tried to also make a quite simple interface. I call it a Zen interface. So you can stay in front of the keyboard and don't have too many things at the same time. And it's quite easy to edit because you have one button per section. For example, you're on oscillator 1. Then with a single hand, you can switch between the parameters of this mode and edit the value.
So it doesn't have tons of sub-menus?
No, it's only one level of a menu. So the first level are the buttons here. Then only the list here, which is quite small. It's usually between 1 and 6 parameters, no more. So you can edit the value and play at the same time.
And this was already in the development, the decision we make this interface.
Yes.
Or does it came during the development?
I think it's from the start. I was really in a simple mind, try to have a simple product that sounds good. Um, it's really designed like a musical instrument, and yes, it's really the vibe of this keyboard.
And I see two oscillators, noise filter, two LFOs.
Yes.
So these are mappable on different parameters, or how is?
Yes, the LFOs each can have one from 16 destinations. So you can affect the frequency, for example. You can try. You can affect the mask. You can also affect the frequency of only one oscillator or another. You can change the volume of the noise and effects. So for the modulation, you have the LFO, the aftertouch, the mod wheel that you can assign to almost anything.
And I also see now with the LFO, you doesn't go extremely deep, so you doesn't offer you other people 100 destinations for LFO. So it only has a.
No, the idea is to offer not too many parameters, but choose them very carefully. So you don't spend too much time trying to find what you need. It's really a synth made to go fast and to get really quick results. For example, it's the same design choice applied to the effects section. So you have two effects, and each one only have two parameters. It's balance and the type of effect. So for example, you have 16 different choruses. You have 16 distortions, 16 beat crush, and 16 ring modulation.
So you're working with variations, basically.
Yes.
So you have one variation. So basically, the variation have different parameters, but you don't show them.
Yes, it's like effect preset with a balance you can choose.
Okay.
So we really spend time to make a good chorus preset with different speed, different depth.
And then effects are on two effects on the. Okay.
Yes, they are in series.
And there's only a simple envelope for the entire for the volume or and for the filter.
Yes, the filter has a dedicated ADSR. It's the same as the ADSR for the volume of the three oscillators.
Okay, and the keyboard has aftertouch, velocity
Yes.
aftertouch.
Yes, it's velocity, monophonic aftertouch. It's full-size keys, semi-weighted. It has also the mod wheel and pitch bend.
And a question to the layering voice. Yes, you said it has 10 voices.
Yes.
It can these so you can make layers of multi timbres of 4 layers.
Yes, it can.
And how do you?
No, excuse me. The layer and split only applies to the first part.
Okay.
So you have 4 parts accessible through MIDI. Internally, there are 5 parts because the first one has a layer and split. So sound-wise, it's 5 parts.
And is it? Can you set the voices you own, or is it dynamically, or how do you manage this? Because often you can say in the synth, layer 1 has 4 voices, the second is for the bass, or.
No, it's dynamically allocated depending on the sound. So if sounds have long sustain, we try to find the voice with the quietest volume to play new notes.
And we see on the connection side, it has outputs.
Yes, it has our power, DC power, MIDI in, MIDI out, USB MIDI, an input for sustain pedal, the headphone output, and balance out.
Balance output. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And I think we need also here some sound demos then.
Yes.
So we also saw now there's also an arpeggiator inside,
Yes?
and you have built also, let's say, a very simple sequence inside. So it's basically
Yes, it's a looper. You can play with the recording sequence.
it reminds me a bit of think of the features of this looper of the Rephase from Yamaha.
It's really made for live performance. It's not a step sequencer. It's really to record the human play.
But also, I could imagine it would be hard to modify the steps of a step sequencer with this
Really hard.
interface.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Stéphane, already.
Thank you.
And is the mask already out, or is it?
Yes,
is shipping or?
Yes, it's shipping on our website. Also at Thomann and most
So
retailers.
it will be available worldwide.
Yes, we try.
And yeah, I can say it has a very distinct sound. It sounds really lovely. For me, it goes in the direction of 80s, 90s a bit, and I also find some I say directions of wavetable, a bit wavetable, a bit of FM. So a bit of it reminds me of different things.
It has some overlaps with other synthesis like FM, PPG, like wavetable. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the nature of the synthesis that create such waveforms.
The price is for also Europe.
Yes,
How much is the price for Europe?
it's 2,200 euros approximately.
Okay, then thank you.
Thank
And I
you for
wish
your
you a
time.
good last day of the SynthFest France 2023.
Thank
So,
you.
bye.
Bye.
And I hope you enjoy this video and see you soon in the next video. Bye.